Okay, so the first thing you need to do is be on YouTube, which is here. This is your YouTube channel. Now what you want to do, open up an extra tab next to it, and what you're going to do is you're going to type in YouTube to MP3. Okay, press enter, and that's going to bring up a list of all these different places, all these different websites are all converters, and if one doesn't work, you can come back out of it and you can scroll down and try a different one. Now, this www.info, we'll try that one first. Now, that's just a search engine, so we don't want that. Let's go down a bit further, because if you can see, all these that say add, they're more likely to take you somewhere else rather than to the exact place you want. So what you want to do is look for one that doesn't say add. So there, YouTube to MP3 converter. Okay, there's a few different there, 3 different ones. So we'll just pick the top one, click on that, and they all have an interface that's something like this. Some of them change, some of them look a bit different, but they're all basically the same thing, where you get a bar like that and you get a go. So what you want to do, choose a video. So for instance, if I wanted, I don't know, let's just type in Bohemian Rhapsody, for instance. There we are, piano. Okay, we're doing this just for educational purposes. So here is a piano cover of Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's just say you wanted to get this. Okay, as you can see, it's music. I'm going to click pause because I like to be able to think while I'm working. So the address bar's there. Right click, I'll turn it blue, copy, and then come to your converter, right click on the box, paste. Now that is the address of the YouTube video that we've just been watching. You're going to click go. Sometimes it'll try and advertise something to you, or it'll try and offer you to get an extension for your Google Apps or whatever they call it, but I tend to ignore that. So it's found it. Obviously we've clicked go, so we can see that that's the information for the video, and there it is. So you've got MP3, but if you open this little drop down box, let's come out of that. They always have a little drop down box, and then you get a choice. So you can draw it, you can take it as MP3, or you can take it as MP4.
Which is just your music.
MP3 is music or sound. MP4 is video. Okay, so if you wanted some sound effects, then it would be MP3, so sound or music. But if you wanted to convert a whole video, which usually doesn't take much longer, then MP4 is what you would choose. And all of these different converter websites, doesn't matter which one you choose, have some kind of interface similar. So if you can do one, you can probably figure out how to do them all. So I'm going to leave this one. It says MP3 128 kilobytes per second. That's good enough. It's there. You could choose one of the others if you want, but we're going to go with that one because it's the suggested one in the box. Click convert once again. If it takes us to another website or tries to open up an ad box, just close that and click it again, and then you'll see, usually with music, if it's a track that's sort of between 5 and 10 minutes long or less, it's done within seconds. Sometimes you'll find it'll take 3 or 4 seconds, sometimes it might take a little bit longer. So you can see it's doing it. When it's finished, once it decides to finish converting, it'll just give you the option to download, which is what we'll do.
It's probably a bit slow because it's doing that other thing as well.
Yeah, so downloading something at the moment from somewhere else, so the bandwidth is being shared. There we are. So as you can see, it's finished. You could click again if you wanted to convert it again, but there's no need to do that. So if we click download, what it's going to do is download what we've just converted back onto the computer. All right, give it some time.
For that blue line to go all the way around.
Depending on the website you use to actually do the converting and downloading, some of them are quicker. But if they're taking this long, it doesn't mean they're not working. It just means that you have to wait longer. That's all.
It's just like I like some extra clips for my YouTube videos because it'll have something that I want.
So now you can see it's downloaded. Now, if you want to see where it is, if you right-click and click on Show in Folder, it's going to show you exactly where it is on the computer. So you can see it's in Downloads. So it's on the C drive, Users, Anthony, and it's in Downloads. Or you can just click on Downloads.
I've managed to do a few, but I've just bluffed it through. But and had a go. I was successful, but I just kept being sidetracked to ads. So
what we can do, if I minimise the browser, what we can do is we can actually drag that and drop it straight onto the desktop so you know where it is. That's what I normally do. Alright. Close that. Now then, this is what you've downloaded, and if we click on it, or double click, whatever, it should play.
There's the tracks.
There it is. And we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to do it with a video, just to show how easy it is to do. So, go back onto YouTube, and we shall type in cat cucumber. We need to find something quite short. There we are. So this one says cats versus cucumbers. So we'll click on it to open it up. Pause it so it doesn't sort of disturb us. Again, up in the very top address bar, we're not going here. We're going right up to the top. That's your main address bar. Right click just the once and it highlights it blue.
Cut.
Copy.
Oh, copy.
You don't ever need to use cut. Down here, we've come off there now onto the converter page. Right click, paste. Now we need to make sure that we change this to MP4, because if we leave it on MP3 it won't download it as, rather it won't convert it as a video, it'll only rip the sound. Sometimes it's good because if you want the sound of something but you can't find it as a sound effect, but you can find it on a video and you want to snip it out or something, then you can just get the video and just download it as an MP3 and you'll just get the sound. So we've put it into there, we've selected MP4, click go, give it a second for it to realise, and as you can see it's loaded it up ready to convert. There's the video, that's what it's called. Now it's reverted back to MP3, so you have to check to make sure that it doesn't reset itself. I'm going to go back, I'm going to choose MP4 just to make sure it has been converted. So just always check to make sure it's been converted and that MP4, because that's what you want to download. If I'd left it on MP3 it would have just downloaded the sound, but we want to download the whole video. Download, and as you can see, look how quickly you got that. That was a fraction of the time that it took for us to get that sound. Right click, show in folder, so the computer then will show us where it is. Now that should, if we drag it out onto the dashboard, yes it is a video because you can see the thumbnail there. So we're going to close that, and just to prove that the computer's downloaded it, I always click play just to make sure, and lo and behold, here it is. And don't worry about the video quality, because this will be exactly the same quality as it is on YouTube. So if you're going to download a video off YouTube, try and find the clearest video you possibly can, and then when you do download it, it'll be just as clear.
Super.
They're funny when they turn around and they see them and they go crazy. So there you are.
Right, thank you again.